Top 5 Haunted Places in America. 1. The Devil's Backbone in Texas. It is allegedly haunted by Spanish monks, Native Americans, Confederate soldiers on their horses, and a wolf's spirit. The Marfa Lights have been attributed to haunting. In May 2004, students from the Society of Physics Students, at the University of Texas at Dallas spent 4 days investigating and recording lights observed southwest of the View Park using traffic volume monitoring equipment, video cameras, binoculars, and chase cars. The conclusion was that all of the lights observed over a 4-night period southwest of the View Park could be reliably attributed to automobile headlights traveling along US 67 between Marfa and Presidio, TX. The commissary at the Houston Zoo may be haunted by the first keeper, Hans Nagel, who was shot by a park police officer during late 1941 after being caught spying on teenagers in a parked car. 2. The Stanley Hotel, Estes Park. The Stanley Hotel is a colonial revival hotel located in Estes Park, Colorado, near Rocky Mountain National Park. It has been labeled by many as the most haunted place in America. This hotel, inspired by Stephen King's The Shining, has been haunted long before it has been written about. There have been several apparitions and weird happenings reported throughout the Stanley Hotel, such as loud, crying voices and footsteps in the hallways. Hotel staff and visitors have reported tugging on their clothing when nobody was around. Freeland Stanley and his wife have been seen many times dressed in formal clothing on the main staircase and hallways. The ghost of a small child is also well known to the hotel staff, as he calls out to his nanny on the 2nd floor. 3. Savannah, Georgia. Spooky Southern charm. It would be hard to conceive of a city more conducive to ghost stories than the perfectly historic Savannah, Georgia, for Kelly Hoodler, a travel agent based in Jacksonville, North Carolina. It's one of her favorite spooky spots in the South. The story, while Savannah is brimming with haunted hotels, taverns, and town squares, Hoodler says the home at 432 Abercorn Street on Calhoun Square is perhaps one of the eeriest places she's ever visited. The house gives you a bad feeling, she says. Longtime residents also say that the home, which was originally completed in 1868, for Civil War General Benjamin J. Wilson, emits a negative energy. Adding to the mystery is the fact that the house has been abandoned for years. Other sites in Savannah, Hoodler recommends visiting the frequently investigated Sorrelweed House, where the opening scene of the film Forrest Gump was shot. If you're looking to stay the night, try the Kehoe House or the Foley House Inn, both of which are said to have haunted histories. 4. RMS Queen Mary, Long Beach, California. This retired ocean liner sailed the Atlantic Ocean from 1936 to 1967. During her first 3 years at sea, the Queen Mary carried Hollywood celebrities like Elizabeth Taylor and Audrey Hepburn and dignitaries like Gerald Dwight Eisenhower. Her days as a luxury ship were short-lived, however, and in 1939 she was stripped of her amenities and began her second life as the Grey Ghost, a World War II troop ship. At the conclusion of the war, she was restored to her former glory, and traversed the Atlantic for nearly 2 more decades. On Halloween 1967, the Queen Mary departed on her last cruise, eventually docking in Long Beach, California, her final resting place. The ship is reportedly haunted by the spirits of those who died aboard, such as the young sailor who was crushed to death by a door in the engine room, and a crew member who was murdered in cabin B340. Galveston, Texas. Though Galveston is home to fewer than 50,000 people, there's enough spookiness happening there to merit the need for at least 3 ghost tour operators. Most cities have a story or two, but if you need an exhaustive account of every paranormal location in town, you're in for a wild ride. The main source of haunting is the Great Storm of 1900, a hurricane that left between 6,000 and 12,000 people dead. That's a lot of restless spirits.